Hey guys, so this is a bit of a different video than what I typically do, but I wanted to put it out there just because there aren't a lot of videos specifically onto what I'm going to be talking about, and so I wanted to put it out there. So this video is going to be about fountain ink pens and fountain ink and paper to use with them. So I recently got into fountain ink pens. It's been a month or two, just kind of stumbled upon them, and then ended up kind of getting into them. So I wanted to kind of share you with what I got and some of my findings, what I like, what I don't like, and what I found to be useful, and particularly doing all of this on a budget. Okay, fountain pens can get really, really spendy. I mean, you can spend $300 on a pen. You know, you can spend tons and tons and tons of money on this kind of hobby. But I just don't have that kind of money to spend, and I wouldn't want to spend it this way. So, I like using stuff that's budget friendly that still works really well. Okay. So, I have 3 different inks right here. Bottled ink is the way to go. Money wise, you can get a whole bottle of ink for like $12. And the bigger bottles, these 4.5 ounce Noodler's ink bottles with the eyedropper, come with a free pen. Okay. Free eyedropper pen. They're cheap plastic pens. It's actually a Platinum Preppy that has been converted to an eyedropper pen, but I love them. They write fine. You can hold a crap ton of ink, and it's a free pen with a crap ton of ink. Okay. Also, some cheaper pens are the Pilot Varsities. They come in blue, black, and red. They're a good pen. There's not really a way to convert them to an eyedropper, which is what I kind of prefer, honestly. You can, deconstruct them and kind of rip them up a little bit so you can get some ink in there, but it's not easy. I did see one guy who used like a syringe to drop ink in here. Just drop it onto the feed and let it soak up. Takes a long time. Anyway, if you want to convert something and use a cheap pen, I'd go with the Platinum Preppies. They come in lots of different colors, and then all you got to do is get some silicone grease and some little O-rings. But this is what I found at a local store. Couldn't find any Preppies, so I just grabbed these. This was actually the first pen that I bought. They're a couple bucks a piece. Pretty cheap. Then I found out I liked them. So then I went and got the Pilot Metropolitan, which is a really budget-friendly pen. You can get them on Amazon for like $15. They come with a cartridge, and I use the cartridge up, and then they also come with a converter, the little squeeze converter. Sorry, out of frame there. I did buy a converter to go with it to a different converter because I've heard these are crap. But for whatever reason, it doesn't fit. I was told that it would fit, but it doesn't, so whatever. It works. Okay. Writes really fine. It looks a little bit classier, a little bit more expensive. It is a little bit heavier duty. It's a nice pen. They come in a couple different colors, and then you can fill it with whatever ink that you want. Okay. Then I found the Lamy Safari. I got. I really like this pen. The nib is, I like a fine nib just because I don't use a whole lot of good high quality paper, so I gotta have a fine nib so it doesn't feather out on me and bleed through. And so this is a fine nib, fine Lamy nib. Don't know if you can see it on there or not. F for fine, okay. But it's probably more like a Japanese medium. I'm used to kind of the Japanese based on the Pilots, and the Preppies are pretty fine as well. And a fine in a Japanese, as in Pilot, is more like an extra fine, and so the fine on the Lamy is more like a medium for what I consider. But love this pen. Can't remember if it comes with a converter or not, but I did buy one. I ordered a bunch of stuff online, and so it all came together, so I can't remember if it came with it or not. But, it holds a reasonable amount of ink. The only thing I would do differently would be to get the extra fine version. I like the black. It's, you know, it looks pretty cool. It's not like, whoa, I'm a businessman and blah, blah, blah. Just looks like a cool pen. Lastly, for pens, this is a brand new, it's a Zebra pen. V301 fountain ink pen. Found this at Walgreens when I was picking up my prescription. It was like $3, so I'm like, what the heck? Try it out. But I've been having some issues with it. The nib looks a little different than other nibs. It's just been cutting out on me a bunch. It came with 2 cartridges, so I'm still kind of playing with this one to see if it's working or not. When you post the pen, it does rattle a bit. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's quite annoying, so I don't like to post it. But like I said, I've been having issues with it writing. Now it's gonna mark on me. But so we'll kind of see. I'll continue playing with that. But for $3, and you can get cartridges for it, or I don't know if you can get a converter for it or not. That's pretty darn cheap. So there's the pen layout there. Then as far as inks, I got first ink I got was, what is this? Heart of Darkness. Noodlers. These are all Noodlers ink. This is the 4.5 ounce eyedropper bottle because it came with the free pen. This is a really dark permanent black ink. Permanent, eternal, says. So it's supposed to be like water resistant, time resistant, whatever. I really like it. It's really dark, and if you write with a fine pen, it works pretty good on a variety of papers. But it will tend to bleed through more than some of the other inks I have here. Next ink I bought was the 54th Massachusetts Noodler's ink. I thought it was a little bit more blue when I bought it, and then when I got it, it's kind of more of a gray. It's kind of a cool, it's supposed to be like a blue-black. I would consider it more, you know, blue-black grayish color, but it's a cool color. They didn't even have it in the big bottle when I found it, so it's the only bottle I have that's just a straight up. How many ounces is this? Made in the USA, 3-ounce bottle. Okay. Most recent ink I got, Bay State Blue. Heard this is kind of hard to get out of certain things. It's a colonial ink. I mean, I love these labels by Noodlers. They're pretty cool. Again, 4.5 ounce bottle, so I got the free pen with it. Honestly, I really love the Preppies, and this ink is gonna last me a long time. And I just, you know, I have a Heart of Darkness pen, and I have a Bay State Blue pen in the Preppy. Those are my go-to pens, really, because I'd probably use the Lamy more, but it's a little bit thick for what the paper I use it on. I'm in nursing school, so I can't really, you know, choose my paper. I have to use the paper that the school has. But I do journal a lot. So I've been kind of playing around with different kinds of paper, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on paper because I use it a lot. So typically, Mead paper sucks when it comes to fountain ink. That's just the way it is. But see if I can show you something. So I just was writing down some quotes here. So this is the Heart of Darkness ink in the Platinum Preppy, but it doesn't even, there's no bleed through. There's a tiny bit of shadowing you can see there. It doesn't feather. It just writes super nice. And so for just a throw around notebook, I think these are our new 5-star notebook. It's just a little journal type deal. I don't even know the size of it. There's the numbers if you want to look it up. I think I got this at Target. But super nice for some cheap paper for ink use. Doesn't take a long time to dry. It just seems to work really well. So I apologize if this video isn't your cup of tea, but for the people who liked it, please let me know, because I will do more videos if you guys like it, or if you find it useful, or whatever the case. But if not, let me know and I won't do any more. But I enjoy fountain ink pens, I enjoy journaling, and so I thought I'd do a video on it. So thanks guys.